Hey there, YouTube fans. How you going, man? So, I got a email here. I emailed the Sydney Russian consulate, and I asked them, how do I go about this applying for the shared values visa? And this was a response. So, you have to make an appointment via our website, and then he's given me the link there, sydney.mid.ru, and prepare all the documents needed. And I'm going to click on that link in a second. Come to the consulate in person at the booked time with all the needed documents to apply for the visa. And that's Oleg. Shout out to Oleg if you're watching. So this is the problem for people like me. I am thousands of kilometers away. So I did send a reply and ask whether that's possible to do that remotely to apply. So I'm going to click on this link now. I'll try to remember to put this in into the description. So let's go. What was interesting was that it was a single entry visa. All right, so this is the Sydney Russian Consulate website. Accordance with paragraph 4 of the decree on the provision, etc., if you share the Russian and spiritual values, I'm going to kind of glaze over this stuff. This is the process. So Australia, you see there is mentioned, as well as Italy, which I'm a citizen of as well. And then terms and costs. Let's jump to that. Single entry private visa, 120 Australian dollars. Processing period, 10 working days, which is quite reasonable. To obtain an ordinary private visa, the following documents must be submitted to the consulate: an application, and then there's a link there for a visa to a foreign citizen who shares traditional Russian spiritual and moral values, addressed to the consul general. Okay. A valid passport or other valid travel document certifying the identity of a foreign citizen and recognized as such by the Russian Federation. A passport or other valid travel document, presented by a foreign citizen must not raise doubts about its authenticity and belonging to its owner. Certain marks, reservations, entries, erasures, and corrections not certified by the competent authorities of the relevant foreign state, torn or unsewn pages must have at least 2 blank pages intended for visas, so make sure your passport is pristine. As a rule, the passport must not expire earlier than 6 months from the expiration date of the visa. That's pretty standard. So number 3, a completed visa application form. The application form is filled in using technical means on the website, and then there's the link, printed out and signed by the applicant. The answers to the questions on the visa application form must be exhaustive. In other words, I believe, like, answer every one. When filling out the application form, you must select the Consulate General of the Russian Federation in Sydney as a place of application. The visa application form is signed by the foreign citizen in person at the Consulate General in front of an employee of the visa department. Yeah, that's quite an interesting and expensive journey, let's put it that way, from where I live. Application forms for children under 18 years of age are signed by their parents. Okay, now, a 3.5 by 4.5, which is a standard passport photograph, colour, taken no later than 6 months before the date of application, must clearly show the face from the front without tinted glasses or a hat, like a passport photo, right? Based on the principle, number 5, based on the principle of reciprocity, the applicant must submit to the consulate a medical insurance policy valid in the territory of the Russian Federation. The requirement to have medical insurance applies only to citizens of the following countries that put forward a similar requirement for Russian citizens entering their territory, and there's the countries there. Now, I don't see Australia listed because it seems to be in alphabetical order, so that's good, but I see Italy mentioned, so as a dual citizen, I'd have to apply as an Australian, I'd say. Taking into the account the principle of reciprocity in relation to citizens of the Schengen Agreement states, and that's mainly the European Union. Russian foreign citizens require a minimum insurance amount of the above-mentioned policies of at least €30,000. The medical insurance policy must comply with the requirements of the regulation on medical insurance of foreign citizens temporarily staying in the Russian Federation. The medical insurance must provide payment to Russian medical institutions for the following types of care and medical transportation, the minimum list. Medical care provided by ambulance stations, departments and points. Now, just remember that if you're Australian, it doesn't mention Australia. So you don't apparently need this as an Australian citizen. B, medical care in outpatient clinics and inpatient medical institutions in case of sudden health problems and accidents in the amount necessary to eliminate the threat to the patient's life and or relieve acute pain. Transportation, so basically like an ambulance, by medical transport, other means of transport including the cost of medical support, medical team, doctor, nurse from the scene of illness or incident to a medical institution, as well as during transfer to another medical institution. Post-homos repatriation, transportation of remains. Well, that's morbid, but yep. So there is to have that policy as well. And then 6, for citizens of third countries, if a foreign citizen applies for a visa not in the country of his or her citizenship, a document confirming the right of a foreign citizen to an uninterrupted stay in the country for more than 180 days. So that's what we got. I don't see any other information. I've actually asked about a police, what they call police check, like a criminal history check. I'm waiting for the answer for that. But I don't see anything else there. So apart from if you live in Sydney, that might be a lot easier. But if you live anywhere else than that side of the country, it's going to be a bit of a job to go in there and make an appointment in person and then sign the document in front of the employee. So I'm just going to see quickly if this works. Hang on. So I just tried to click on application and it brought me to a document which didn't display very well on my phone, but there was questions there about your occupation and a statement, basically talking about shared values and where you're going to stay. So I will leave the link in the description, and then let's have a look at this one here. Okay, so I clicked on the other link, and I believe I've done this before. So I won't go through that, but that was another one of the links, and the reason why I won't go through it, it seems to save your draft for you, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, as I said, here we go. I'll go across. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there, but that's what I was told, and I'll update any more information that I get. I hope this helps. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Teach yourself out. God bless.